something has happened in Accra, and then we need to have a discussion about this. We need to talk about it because it has become a canker in our society. And in as much as we need to tackle it, we also have to look at certain things and also look at the dignity and then also understand that we are all human beings. I have all the gist, I have all the filler for you right here at Exhub Studios. My name is Ringtone, posted by Sika Official. Shout out to Sika Official. A Ghanaian man, in response to the growing nuisance of street beggars at the Kwame Nkrumah Circle, took the law into his own hands, whipping out a belt to assault some of the elderly beggars stationed at the interchange. So, in a video, a man took the law into his own hands and then started whipping people on the streets of the Kwame Nkrumah Circle or the Kwame Nkrumah interchange. He took out his own belt and then he was whipping these elderly ladies at the interchange.
Jeffro. Hey, what about no? What about no? I'm on. The man, I'm going to chase you. I'm really. What's the
So, I feel in as much as we are all frustrated about this growing number of beggars on the streets and all that, we should also understand that they are also human beings like you and I. Okay? Yes, they have become, difficult to eradicate off the system. It has become very difficult to take them off the system. We have been talking about it. We have been fighting against this thing for a very long time. And I think there's a ministry that is in charge of this kind of situation. But in our Ghanaian society and how our leaders are running things, these people have been left on the street and then they are doing their own thing. But in as much as these things are happening, you as an individual don't have to take the laws into your own hands and then start whipping people. Because who knows? These people that you are whipping, some might be sick, some might be ill, some might be going through some kind of situation. And then we are in a country where jobs and then certain things have become very difficult to get. So these things have been left untackled. So what do you think these people are going to do? They are also going to endure themselves into this begging, and then some also involve themselves in social vices and other things. Because yes, they have to also eat, they have to feed themselves, they have to feed their children. Which is not also right, because you are not supposed to be on the streets to be begging. And then it's against the laws of the country. But you are not also supposed to take the laws into your own hands, to also be caning them or to be whipping them with your belt because you feel like, yes, what you are doing is right. So you can just take your belt and then start chasing people out, telling them to do this. Or you can even talk to them, maybe you're not supposed to be that. But to take your belt and be whipping people, imagine this is being done to your mother. How are you going to feel? How are you going to feel? Because no citizen at all has the right to do that. No citizen has the right to do that, because there are institutions that are supposed to tackle this issue. Because even in the Ghana Criminal Offence Act, it is against it. It's criminal for an individual to take the laws into his own hands and then start doing things that are not supposed to be done, like what we are talking about, taking the laws into your own hands and then be whipping people off the streets. Like, who does that? It's not something that we are supposed to do. Okay, it's not something that we are supposed to do. Because these people, like I said, might be sick, they might be going through some kind of trauma, they might be having some mental issues. So right now that you are beating people who are begging, and then let's say we should just look over it and encourage it. Someone also say, okay, this one day no one spoke about it. So if that's the case, I can also take the law into my own hands and start beating the mentally challenged people who are on the street. Those who are having problems mentally, you see them on the street. Some also say, okay, they are not also supposed to be on the street, so I'm also going to take the laws into my own hands and then also beat these people, which is very, very, very bad. It is something that we are supposed to talk about and we are supposed to tackle. It is very serious. In as much as you feel this is not right, you are not supposed to take the laws into your hands and then be whipping these people, because they also have families. They also have families. And even for a man to even take a belt to be whipping a woman, how? Even if they have done something, just look at the fact that they are women, and then you take your belt and then be whipping them. Yes, you are trying to protect the interests of the country. You are trying to do the right thing. You feel that, oh, this thing that I'm doing is the best. So you just take your belt and then start whipping people anyhow. Charlie, let's try and respect people. Let's try and then show some kind of humanity. Let's respect the dignity of these people that we are trying to eradicate from the system. It's that sometimes to them, as for them, I wonder. You can just be there and then this person will just come and hold you. You'll be on the street trying to get to a location, get to a place you are going, you are in a hurry, and then from nowhere you see these people trying to hold your dress, trying to pull you back, saying by force you are supposed to give them something. Yes, we know they have been disturbing, they have become something that has been disturbing the country for a very long time. They have been disturbing us. You and I know when you are moving in the markets, I mean, anywhere you can meet them. And when they come to you, they expect you to give them something. But I think the ministry should tackle this. It is not an individual's work to be going out there and be doing those things. The ministry should tackle. I think there's a ministry which ministry is even responsible for that? Which ministry? For eradicating these people, trying to get them to do something. Which ministry? I think there's one of the ministries. I don't know if it's Ministry of Gender and then even that kind of, I think it is them. They are supposed to make sure that these people have been well taken care of. Because you can't just stand up and be moving on the streets. Can't just stand up and be moving on the streets. Because one, your life is also at risk. You can see them on highways. They'll be running, crossing the road anyhow without even checking anything. They just stand up and cross the road. And so it is something that is very serious that needs to be tackled. Okay, we don't just have to look over it and also say, oh, because yes, I feel what they are doing is not right, I should just take my belt and then be whipping them or be caning them and then be putting them into all sort of bad act, trying to feel like, yes, okay, what they are doing is against the law. So yes, me too, since I am a citizen of the country and I want to protect the interests of the country, I should just take matters into my own hands and be dealing with these people, which is not done. It is criminal. If you do that as an individual, you've also done something against the country, which you can also be arrested for that. These things should be left for the institution that are supposed to handle this thing. I think the police and other people are supposed to handle this thing. These things are supposed to be left for them, not for individuals to be taking matters into their own hands and be caning them, trying to say, oh, I want to drive them out of I want to drive them away from, or I want to drive them out of the country. Some of them even just hate them for no reason. Because yes, they are not citizens of the country, so they just want to hate. Because of hate, they feel like they're not supposed to be on the street. And when you watch the video, there's one lady in the video. I mean, at the ending part of it, when you watch it, there was one lady who was even happy about the fact that they are beating or they are whipping her fellow ladies. She's also like them, but she was happy, like, yeah, what the man is doing, she's in full support of what the man is doing. So you can see she was happy, she was doing something like this. But yes, in as much as we are trying to take them out of our streets, that is not the right way to go about it. That is not the right way. We need to tackle that. That is not the right way. We have good ways and then ways of trying to take these people out of it, but not by using our own part, not by using belts, not by using canes, not by using beatings and all that. In the video, some party was just pushing some of them. The lady was just standing there. She just pushed the lady. The lady fell down. Imagine this lady fell down and then does not wake up again. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Or what are you going to say? So I have some comments I would like to read out. Yeah, some comments from the comment section. I was 99. This act is xenophobic and can't be tolerated in Ghana. Using a belt on a lady is unacceptable. Ghana police, over to you. Yes, even the lady part. How can you be using a belt on a lady? It's very, very, very bad. It's very, very, very bad. And this one is also from Sam Tuga 44. He says, oh, nah, that's not the right thing to do. He can be arrested for assault. Yes, like I was saying, it is not right to take matters into your own hands and start whipping these people. You can be arrested for that. You can be arrested for that. This is also Kelvin MTI. It says, John chapter 2, verse 15 to 17. Jesus made a way from some ropes and chased them all out of the temple. This one is trying to refer from the Bible, what happened in the Bible when Jesus went into the temple and the people were doing their own thing. Some were selling, some were playing, some were indulging themselves in, let's say, what's the name? Some were indulging themselves in this drafts, casino games, and all those things, those kind of things, yes. And then he used the belt on them, trying to whip them out and not chasing them out and all that. So this one is trying to refer to that. And then this one is from Talha 12359. It also says, that's disturbing and completely out of line. No matter the frustration, taking the law into your own hands and assaulting vulnerable people is unjustifiable. He should face legal consequences for that. Yes, as I was saying. And then this one is also from Mesopotam Mimbe. Hey, this name here. So this is what happens when the government fails to do their work. When the citizens complain every day and the government isn't implementing its mandate, the citizens will resort to violence to eradicate the problem. Apparently, Nigerians will be facing this same issue very soon. Look at this. And then this one, let's take the last one from Skello. He also says, House power. Do you know how irritating this thing is? Are you encouraging this act rather than urging them to go and work too? They don't look like paupers. Their act is deliberate and we must not encourage it. Yes, even though their act is deliberate and we must not encourage it, that is not the right way to go. Using your belt on them is not the right way to go. The ministries and then the institutions that are responsible are supposed to be doing that. And there are even nice ways you can also try and then tell them to leave the street. Not by using belts and not by using canes or beating. It's not right. So let me hear what you also, or let me know what you also think in the comment section. Okay. But until then, my name is Ringtone. We are out.